Man, I'll never forget my first time. I talked about it in my Hall of Fame speech, and I wasn't lying at all, man. He didn't look real to me. Like, I know I was starstruck. I know I was starstruck because, like I said, I talked about the Charlie Murphy Hollywood stories,
Right.
and he talked about Rick James and how Rick James walked in the room and he saw like the orange, like his aura.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I saw that. Like, I looked at that man and he didn't look human to me.
Yep.
I'm looking at him like, damn, he got on the Jordans. He don't even have on the NBA socks. I'm looking at his knee brace, on his shin. And I was like, man, it's him. You know what I mean? And my teammates, they teased me before the game because they was like, you're not going to play your game because, Mike on the floor, your idol going to be out there on the floor. You're not going to play your game tonight. And I was starstruck. But when that ball went up and somebody's hand touched it, it just went away. You know what I mean? It was showtime, time to dance.
That's what I tell people. The very first time I met him, I was on an elevator. He was on there with his first wife, Juanita, back in Atlanta, the Super Bowl. And I'm looking at him, and he probably looking at me like, this dude weird. I know who he is. He's like, but look how he looking at me like, I'm like, he like he was levitating. He didn't look real. I'm like, man, that's Michael Jordan. It was like, I'm talking about, it's the closest thing. In the Bible they talk about how the disciples they saw G, and they're like, he don't even look. To this day, every time I see him, he don't look real. I've never been like that with a man before in my life, and I've met some big time. I've seen Samuel Jackson, Denzel. Man, from Samuel Jackson to Denzel, LeBron, and Shaq, Kobe. But this, he when it comes to that, he ain't real.
I'm right there with you. I understand exactly how you feel. The only time that I had an experience like that is I was coming in from an All-Star. I was coming in from somewhere at an All-Star game, and everybody walked up to me. They was excited because everybody know how I feel about Michael Jackson.
Right.
Anybody that know me, like before the games and all that, I listen to Mike. You know what I mean?
Right.
I gotta get up by listening to Mike. And he walked in the hotel, and I came in after, and everybody was like, Chuck, Michael Jackson just came here. And I felt faint, man. And I was so happy that I didn't see him because I thought I was going to be all on the internet or whatever. Like I thought I was going to really pass out like one of them fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I see, like, that's how much I love that man, man. And I didn't even see him, and I felt bad about the song,
He felt faint.
I felt faint, bro. And I understand. I'm like, oh, okay, now I understand what them fans be going through when they see him. Because Mike, you jump on the stage and don't say nothing for a few minutes.
Right.
And everybody just this man ain't start singing nothing.
Yeah, he said let it simmer. He said he ain't gonna say nothing. He just come on the stage, he just stand there, he said let it simmer. Just let that thing
let it marinate.
Yeah, just keep the focus, just let it simmer. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.